Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you for welcoming me and giving me a space to talk today. My name is Chikonyoke, a journalist, change maker, and proud Gen Z. As a proud young Kenyan woman living in the US, I think about my motherland every day. Today, I want to talk about something deeply troubling, the alarming rise in missing persons cases in Kenya. It's heartbreaking to witness how this has become a routine. It feels like it's become a cycle now. We hear stories and we see faces of loved ones posted on social media and the news every week. We see families searching for answers and justice. However, oftentimes these stories end up in silence or tragedy. When will it end? As a young woman, I find myself thinking about the young women and girls who vanish. We've all seen the numbers of femicides rising. Behind each statistic is someone's daughter, sister, friend, cousin, niece, an individual who had dreams and a future ahead. This isn't just crime. It has surpassed crime. It's a national crisis. It's eroding public trust and sending an alarming message to us young people about our safety and how we matter. Dr. Matiangi, I am calling to action. Kenya's leadership must prioritize finding the missing and preventing these tragedies from happening in the first place. I believe as a nation, we need a fully funded missing persons database to track cases in real time. There are families who are left waiting weeks or even months before any real progress is made. A database would help coordinate search efforts and prevent cases from slipping through the cracks. While Kenya doesn't currently have an active national unit dedicated to missing persons cases, I believe dedicating an investigation unit trained to respond immediately when an individual is missing is crucial. Also, as a woman, I come asking for stronger protection for women and girls. Too often, we are the ones affected by these disappearances and femicides. Stronger protections are about prevention and justice, ensuring anyone who harms another is faced with real consequences and that no family is left abandoned by the system. Above all, we ask for transparency and accountability. Kenya has long struggled with corruption, and this has shattered trust between citizens and administration. Families report missing loved ones, hoping to seek justice, only to be faced with silence, slow investigations, or cases that become forgotten and slip into the broken system. This can no longer be the norm. Transparency means keeping the public informed in every step. Accountability means prosecuting not just criminals, but even any official who fails to perform their job appropriately. Our government must reassure us as Kenyans that every Kenyan life matters. Without trust, we cannot move forward as a nation. Gen Z is watching, and we are ready to hold leaders accountable. We are also ready to stand behind those who lead with honesty and courage. We want Kenya to be a place where no one has to wonder if their case will be ignored because of corruption. I pray that one day Kenya can come together as a nation. God bless Kenya. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening. Much better, thank you. I know we've been sitting here for quite some time, but it's good to still maintain the spirit, the energy for the purpose that we're here. Yesterday I heard somebody say, when we say Harambe, we say Formni. All right, so Harambe. All right. Our Honorable former CS, Dr. Fred Matiangi, distinguished guests, our fathers, mothers, grandparents, and all Kenyans who are joining us today in various platforms, I want to say a warm welcome. It's a pleasure to have this moment to share meaningful conversation and reflect in how we can build the Kenya that we deserve. I would also like to say a thank you for the organizers of this event, for the work, investment that you've made, and also for the honor to stand here before all of you and to share with you a topic that I am so deeply passionate about and advocate for, and that is mental health. My name is Grenda. You can also call me Nyamoita or Nyaitondi. Today I stand before you not as an expert or a politician, but once again a lover of psychology and mental health and somebody that deeply cares for our nation and our people, and hoping that we can again build a Kenya that our people feel that this is the Kenya that we're meant to have. We live in a rich and opportune time, and yet it's marked by quite a silent suffering. Though we have unprecedented access to technology, which allows us access to information and awareness, our inner lives are hurting more than ever. This pain shows most clearly in the mental health of not just our young people, the young adults, as well as our elders. This pain oftentimes coincides with substance abuse, which is becoming not just a symptom, but an attempted remedy. Recent studies show that 1 in 4 Kenyans seeking outpatient care presents with a mental health condition. Most recent data from NACADA reports and reveals that 1 in 6 youth aged 15 to 24 regularly uses substances. These numbers represent real lives, those of our sons, of our daughters, neighbors, and friends. And this is not just a Kenyan problem. This is becoming a global issue. To build a thriving Kenya, one that we deserve, we must invest in the minds of our young people. As one African proverb says, a child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. The young people suffer not only from social neglect, but from the emotional wounds that we too often fail to acknowledge. Substance use, isolation, disengagement, violence often mask deeper stories of unemployment, trauma, poverty, and abandonment. All of these are rooted in mental health crisis. When families, our leaders, and communities fail to care for the mental well-being of the young, the consequences echo far beyond them. We risk instability, fractured growth, and a lost generation. And with that, we also lose our future generations. To our candidate, Dr. Fred Matiangi, I humbly ask, in what ways do you envision your presidency addressing the mental health concerns? What legacy do you hope to leave behind for this generation? Great leaders, such like Wangari Maathai, Nelson Mandela, and Julius Nyerere, were not only revered because they clung to power, but for uplifting others. They healed, and they built, and they empowered. Their names forever live on because they chose to serve and not to uplift themselves. By placing mental health in the center of your campaign and leadership, you will not only be getting ahead of the curve, but you will be choosing to lead wisely. You will begin to heal a nation. Mental health well-being is not just a health issue, it's also an economic imperative. It's a social justice concern. It's also a national security priority. When our people thrive mentally, we educate better, we innovate more, we collaborate deeper, and we also love more fully. We stand at crossroads. If we neglect this issue in our clinics, our classrooms, and our policies, the price we pay is broken communities, stalled progress, and deepening despair. But if we choose to act now, we build a resilient, united, and hopeful Kenya. Lastly, I would like to say mental health is not just a personal issue, but it's also a leadership issue. And to be a great leader, I believe one must deeply care. Thank you for your time.
Because we are running out of time, I think it would be disrespectful to cut the girls short, because they're boys, they can take it. So I'm going to put them under pressure. Is that okay? Put them a bit under pressure to prove the men who just quickly summarize that.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be here tonight by fellow Kenyans. I always wondered, why did we choose to live in this cold state of Minnesota? I know Dr. Fred has not experienced snow the way we have, but it is a wonderful time to be here. I'd like to introduce myself to all of you. My name is Collins Omweri. I immigrated here to America when I was about 3 or 4 years old. My family came here with nothing but a dream and a passion to live the American dream. But the biggest challenge that I'm seeing in this room is we have been so caught up on this American dream that we are neglecting the resources, the knowledge, and the impact that we can bring back home in Kenya. Yes, we might be going out there and sending money back home, but there is much more that we are able to do. We have knowledge. We have experience. Yes, we might be educated, but in the ever-changing world right now with AI, with all these different enhancements, the school systems are not able to teach things fast enough. Me and every single person in this room have skills, knowledge, and methods that can go out there to help people back home in Kenya. So my plea tonight for everyone in this room, and for you, Doctor, can you enable ways that people back here in America are able to connect with the youth back home to not only send money, but to mentor, to guide, and to teach every single Kenyan back home, as we are powerful. And when we can come together and help people back home, we can build a stronger and better Kenya.
Good evening, everybody. I didn't know I was speaking today, so I just made something off the top of my head, and hopefully it can reach you guys to the hearts and to the minds of every single person in this room. Today, I always bring all my speeches back to the Bible in some way, shape, or form, and the chapter I want you guys to read on your free time, or even right now, is John chapter 6. And if you guys read it, if you guys know what that is, it's about the youth. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I want the youth's voices to be heard. When we read that chapter, we see that there was a young boy who solved the problem of 5,000 people not being fed. And when you're looking at that story, you start to notice, like, the people that are around Jesus every single day, the people that are with him at every given moment of life, they didn't believe in him. They didn't think that the solution could be solved. But all it took was the willingness and the hope that one young boy had to change the lives of everybody around him. And my fault. And a phrase that I always struggled with understanding was, the older people always tell us we're the future, and that's not necessarily true. When we look at it on a monolith type of level and looking at every single person that's here right now, the youth are actually the now. We have the opportunity and availability to be able to change things now, and not 10 years down the line, not 20 years down the line, but actively affect the people around us in this given moment. There's some also problems that we have also when we're talking about the challenges that we face in order to be able to grab leadership roles and all those type of things. And some of the roles that we do, some of the things we do have challenges when we're facing is lack of mentorship. We were talking about this about a month ago. We had a certain matanga that we were going through and everything like that. And a bunch of us younger guys, we had a lack of mentorship to be able to walk us through how we should be able to maneuver and operate in moments of sadness, moments of happiness, and we weren't entirely sure. So I really do plead that we be able to strengthen and bolster up the young men, young women also, to be able to step into these roles confidently and not be ashamed of the things that are in front of them. I know you guys, some of you guys might not like these ones, but the gatekeeping as an older community. A lot of times, we always are told to trust our elders, believe in our elders, but sometimes the solutions that we have as young adults not only can be the full solution, but also can be the spark that lights the fire under the real solution, I should say. And again, I plead that we also allow this spark to be able to be lit under the wind and also be able to be inflamed even more and more as we go on as a community. And I have one more thing as well. I just got to find it, my fault. And also I plead, Doctor, that you be able to entrust the youth, even though they might be inexperienced, to be able to help other people around them and be able to also stand for them as well too. So I thank you for spending your time to come through right now. And we're always going to remember this as an event that strengthen the people around us as well too. So thank you once again for that. Appreciate you.
One big round of applause for these young people. Thank you very much. Thank you.